What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to another video. Now today, I know it's been a lot of videos and there will be a lot of videos coming in from now, so if you don't want any videos, then, you know, please avert your attention elsewhere, because FPL is an exciting time of year for me. But I'm only running you through my first team. Now it's not exactly my first, I've sort of chopped and changed, but it's the first one I've settled on. First one I thought, I'm going to stick with this for a decent amount of time unless injuries come into play. I'm going to start off looking through each part of my team, so goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and strikers, and you know, the rest. Starting off with goalkeepers, my two goalkeepers I've got is Petr Cech and Tom Heaton. Now, for me, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking they're two sturdy picks. Petr Cech is a fantastic keeper. Yeah, he made a few mistakes last season, still managed to get 18 clean sheets, and I feel like it'll be another good season from Arsenal. Good solid defence, as well as Xhaka to bolster the midfield. And for me, it's definitely a season where we can be looking at Petr Cech getting a good amount of clean sheets and a good amount of points as well. So 5.5 million, it's a good start for him. Then Tom Heaton, it's an odd one because there's not many good or not many standout goalkeepers that you can go for at 4.5 million. But Tom Heaton is one that stood out for me because he's playing for a Burnley side that will be rigid. You know what you get with Sean Dyche. It's a hard-working team. And he's already had the Premier League failure once, Sean Dyche, so he knows what he needs to do to make it right. He knows what his mistakes were last time. And same with Steve Bruce, I suppose you could say. But I feel more confident in Sean Dyche, and I feel like Burnley, they probably have a good chance of surviving, and especially if they keep their defence solid, which I think they'll do. And Heaton could be a 10-plus clean sheet man this season if all goes well for Burnley. So moving on to my 5 defenders, I've got Christian Fuchs, I've got Hector Bellerin, I've got Kyle Walker, I've got Charlie Daniels, and I've got Johnny Evans. Starting off with Christian Fuchs. Now, the Leicester defence is a strange one now, because we're looking at it and it is very much, it was looking good. Kante left. Oh no. If you know what I mean. Because Kante acts like 2 or 3, you know, ball-winning midfielders in the centre. You know, 2 or 3 anchormen, defensive midfielders, whatever name you want to chuck at them. And he's definitely going to be missed. Will they still be the same? I think it will have to alter the way they play. Maybe go into market for another one. Maybe Daniel Amati might have to try and take up that role. It'd be a huge blow. I don't think they'll be able to replace him like for like. But they'll still be solid in defence, you know. Losing one player is not going to destroy the team. It wasn't just one player that got them the title, it was 11. It was the whole squad, in fact, not just 11, it was more than 11. Every player played their part. And Fuchs can also get up and down the wing. He's got a wand of a left foot, maybe on a few set plays. I think he's got a long throw as well. So a lot of things going in his favour, so that's why I've picked him. Hector Bellerin, 6.5 million, the max for a defender. Only him and Alderweireld are up there. Many people going with either Koscielny or Monreal, and the big Mertesacker Gabriel guessing game goes on for another season about who he's going to play. But for me, Bellerin, 6.5 million, he's going to get a lot of clean sheets. As I said, with Petr Cech, Arsenal get clean sheets, and he also can bomb down the wings. And he got a load of bonus points last season as a reason why he's 6.5 and the others are 6.0 and 5.5. And for me, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking Hector Bellerin, yeah, he is a definite and a good choice, good solid pick for other people. Alderweireld, I think, is a bit too expensive considering he's a centre-back, but we'll have to just wait and see. Moving on from that, we have got an alternative to a Spurs defender, which is Kyle Walker. Now, we've got Alderweireld at 6.5, and we've got Danny Rose at 6, and Kyle Walker at 5.5. He had a really good Euros for England. I felt like, apart from, you know, maybe defensive-wise in the Iceland game, he let himself down. Besides that, he was pretty good. You know, getting down the right-hand side, you know, pretty much like Bellerin. And I feel like 5.5 million, getting a few clean sheets here and there with Spurs, could be a good season for Kyle Walker. Then we've got Charlie Daniels. Bournemouth, you know, did the miracle getting up to the Premier League, and did an even bigger miracle in staying up in some people's eyes, including mine. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking Charlie Daniels, he's got a wonderful left foot, 3 goals and 5 assists from last season, and they're only going to get stronger and mould into this league, I feel, Bournemouth. So Charlie Daniels at 5 million is good. And then Johnny Evans at 4.5. I think he can play out wide. I think he has played out wide for a few times, maybe for Northern Ireland as well. I'm feeling he has. Despite them, I think they played 6 at the back, Northern Ireland, which is atrocious to think about at the Euros. Johnny Evans at 4.5. He's playing for a sturdy Tony Pulis side, and I feel like they'll be sturdier than they were last season. They let a lot of easy goals slip last season, and you can expect clean sheets off any West Brom defender that plays. Moving on from there, we've got our midfielders, and I've got some big names in there too. I've got Mesut Özil, Eric Lamela, Sofiane Feghouli, Jordan Ibe, and Dimitri Payet. Starting off with Özil, I made the mistake of saying in one of my videos he was cheaper than he was last year, but he wasn't. He was actually... he was he started at 8.5. Someone told me in the comments, so thank you for that comment. As I had him. He said the comment had said he had him for most of the year, and I did as well. So rather embarrassing. I should have known that. But Özil, 9.5 million. He's going to be, the one pulling the strings. He's the all God-given playmaker in the team, playing in the centre. And if you've got Giroud to aim at, you've got Welbeck to run onto balls. You've got Sanchez run onto balls. Maybe Walcott running onto balls. Ramsey, you've got a quality team to, kick the ball to. I think Özil's going to have a dream of a time there. Got Eric Lamela at 7 million. I was quite surprised to see Eric Lamela so low, to be honest. But, as you're having a look at Eric Lamela, he ended up last season at a grand spanking 6.8 million, so maybe 7 million is a decent price for him, but I feel like it's a really good price for him. And considering Spurs might get a few clean sheets here and there, getting a good amount of clean sheet points, and also he didn't have a bad season in general anyway. 5 goals and 9 assists, getting 123 points. It's not too bad for someone that probably could and should build on their performances last season. Then we've got somehow 5.5 million Sofiane Feghouli. First season in the Premier League, of course. Yeah, you're going to say he might not be up to it, this, that and the other. 5.5 million for someone of Fegouli's class is something that doesn't come around often, so you've got to take that, and that's why I've got him in my team. Then we've got Jordan Ibe, again, someone I feel like who's really going to kick on this season, finally, put his foot down and prove everyone that he's a Premier League player. So a good 5.5 million and a good 5.5 million well spent there if you don't want Feghouli in there. And lastly, Dimitri Payet. Let's not beat around the bush. Dimitri Payet is in form, as he didn't really end the Euros very well. But I'm assuming he's going to have a good season again, and he is West Ham's main man. And if Andy Carroll can keep fit, you've got someone to aim at from corners and free kicks. And if you're not trying to shoot and score, which he seems to do with every single free kick, but looking at it, Dimitri Payet 9.5 million, it's a must-have. And now finally, we've got our strikers, and the 3 I've got is Andy Carroll, Andre Gray, and Sergio Agero. Starting off with Andy Carroll, like I said, if he can stay fit, we haven't had a season where he's staying fit. That's why I said, with injuries, because he's bound to get injured. I don't want to doubt it, and I really hope he has a good season, because if Allardyce is going to become England manager, really could be a chance for Andy Carroll to make it into the team. And I feel like if he can keep fit, he's a menace. His aerial ability is, for me, up there, one of the best in Europe. No doubt about it. If you keep him fit for a whole season, the headed goals he'll rack up and rack up and rack up will be insane. Trust me. 6.5 million, definitely worth it. Then we've got Andre Gray, also at 6.5 million. Like I said in a previous video, he scored 25 goals last season in the Championship, assisting 10 in 44 games, I believe it was, he played. So in 44 games, he played a part in 35 goals. That is something you don't see very often, and for me, he's going to be the main man for Burnley, and he's going to get quite a few goals this season. Mark my word on it. And lastly, Sergio Agero. Need I say more? Sergio Agero, again, if he can keep fit, because he's almost, he's been a nearly man last season when it came to almost getting top goal scorer, and he missed half the bloody season because he was injured. So if he played the whole season, goodness knows what he'd have, numbers he'd ended on. But if he can keep fit, like I say, I've got 2 risks there. If they can keep fit, but if they play, the points all tally up for me. And that's how I'm going to end today's video. What do you think on my team? What things do you think? Oh, actually, that's a really good choice. What things do you think? You're a bit bonkers. I really should stop listening to you. In which case, don't. It's just risks are there to be taken. You don't want to have a safe team and think, oh, I wish I took that risk if it ended up playing off and you didn't play it. I'm here to take risks with my team and tell you guys, the safe things and the good bets for you to do in your team. So if you want to take a risk or not, it's up to you. But last season ended on a really, really good point scoring run when it came to giving you guys good players for each game week, and even some of the risks paid off. So hopefully these risks will pay off too. Thank you all for watching. What are your thoughts on your team? And also let me know your team. What are your thoughts on my team? Let me know what your team is in the description, in the comments. I got there in the end. In the comments, let me know your team in the comments, and I'll give it a quick review with a comment back. But thank you guys for watching, and peace.